Didn't really want to make this video this week. I had a tough time in the markets mentally. I think my ego got the best of me. Made a couple system errors, which you got to accept. But for me, it's the emotional errors that I really sit with. When my emotions take over and I maybe take a trade that I shouldn't be taking. These ones are always hard to deal with because it's just straight ego. I've been hammering away at this stuff for so long, like I'm so aware of it, and it's frustrating to still make those mistakes. On Friday there, I wanted to at least end the week BE, and I was pretty much there. But last minute, I took a heavy trade that was just like a rookie amateur trade, and I even sat there. Before I took it, I was like, I shouldn't do this. Like, I know that this is bad. But there I was. And, this stuff never pays out. And I know that it never pays out, but it's so hard to see that in the moment. I was just, I was on a run and I was just like thinking about it. And I was like, my system is like this guy you've known your entire life, his family friend. And, he's this stand-up guy. And, he invests money. And, he says, give me some money and I can give you 4% APR. It's a safe play, guaranteed 4% yearly. I'm like, sure, that sounds great. It's a bit of a slow burn, but yeah, I'll do that. And then, I took this trade on Friday that is not my system. He's like this guy that you meet the Walmart parking lot that's selling knockoff stereo equipment. He comes up to you when you're putting your stuff in the car, and he's like, "Hey man, I can 2x your money if you meet me back here tomorrow night. We're back here tomorrow at the same time. I'll give you double what you give me." And for some reason you're feeling lucky that day, and you give him your money. You show up back the next day, and of course he's not there. No, he just stole your money. And then you're immediately thinking about that friend of yours that he would never do this to you. Like, you trust him, you trust the system. Why in this moment did I give this random guy selling stereo equipment in the Walmart parking lot my money? And it's just the craziest thing. I don't know why we do this, and like what it is about our brains that causes us to do these things. It definitely feels like a lack of discipline. I mean, it's gambling, and any good trader can't be a gambler. How selfish is it of me to take these types of trades that is just a straight gamble, over risking or taking a position that I wouldn't normally take just to make a little bit more money in that day, knowing that it could come back on me and I could lose the progress that I had last week. How selfish of me is that to do that to, the people that believe in me, the people that are supporting me through this journey. It just feels bad. Like, it feels gross to do that. I think a lot of this industry is, I got into trading to live the life I wanted to live, to, live on the beach and drive the fast cars and the nice cars. It's like a lot of me in this industry. I think, we kind of get sucked into the YouTube videos and the lifestyle. Like, I want that Lambo. I want the freedom. But what about the people around you? Like, that are relying on you. Like, my partner and I, like, we've got dreams to live somewhere else, live somewhere tropical in Asia. She's working her butt off, and I'm making selfish decisions when she's trusting me to make the right decisions with our future. Like, it's just selfish. And yeah, it's irresponsible. And at some point you kind of got to stop making those mistakes and not learning from them. You can't just keep doing them and expecting them to work out this one time. And then if they do work out that one time, then it's just bad, because it's like, I'm going to do it again and hopefully it'll work out. Like, thankfully these mistakes are happening now when I don't have, $1 million in prop firm funding, or, mistakes will only cost me $300, not $10,000. But I'm not going to be able to get to that high funding position until I stop making those mistakes. So, it's a double-edged sword. So yeah, I think it's really important that we start looking at this as this is a business. Like, you can't have $1 million a year business and just be tossing some money away on a gamble. Like, you can't be going to the casino with your company's profits. It's not feasible. You got people to pay. Gamble away all your payroll, then people are going to leave. You're going to hurt people. You're going to lose your company. You can't be doing that. And you got to think about, your family, the people supporting you. Like, you're doing this for them. Like, don't let your ego get in the way of that. Like, if you're trying to go all in on this, this is it. Like, make it work, make it happen, and do what you got to do. Yeah, just a little psych talk. I had to put something out, to be honest, about my process here this week, and I'll pop over and show you the eval progress for this week and kind of what happened, and just briefly touch on that. So I'll see you over there. So yeah, here we can see my week. Well, my month so far. The first week we're doing great, showing consistency. Last week, all green days. And then this week here we can see, Monday I had a system failure, which was fine. My bad. Wednesday, probably I think I traded a couple more than I should have, which put me in drawdown, which again, we overtrade, we break our system, and we fail. Thursday, I managed to recoup most of it. And Thursday, I was kind of like, it was a bit of a rough week. Maybe I shouldn't trade Friday. And I remember going to bed, being like, no, I do want to trade. Like, I feel good about this week still. I don't normally really try to trade Fridays. There was a couple trades here that, I ended up pretty much getting my entire losses back from earlier in the week. Early on Friday, it was pretty much BE, and I was like, no, I'm still feeling okay. But at some point, something changed. I think I stayed later at the charts than I should have. Normally, I'm off by about 10 a.m. my time, which is 12 p.m. PST, just to limit market exposure. And I took this trade that was such a rookie trade. You see a candle pump, and you're like, it's gonna keep going. So I bought it. And I can't remember the last time I ever did something like that. Just randomly buy because the candle's moving. And it was a pretty significant move, but regardless, I bought it. And of course, what does it do? It wicks up and then instantly comes down before I could even leave for any amount of profit. And that's where this big loss came from. It's just, trying to take one more trade so I'm up on the week. And it bit me in the butt. This was the parking lot guy. He said I could get some more money with whatever I give him. Went to collect and he wasn't there, and then my friend was left disappointed in me. My system was left disappointed in me because I wasn't taking advantage of a proven system, a proven safe system. I gambled. And it just left me in a pretty lame spot. It's not the system failures that bother me. It's not a trade that goes wrong. It's me and the way I trade outside of my system, the way my emotions trade for me. It's the trigger point between a losing trade, my emotions, and my reaction from my emotions. It's not the trade itself, it's my reaction from my emotions. I notice them, I recognize them, but I have a hard time withdrawing from how I'm feeling and pulling myself out of that so that I can operate appropriately. So yeah, I think I think it was important that I was honest with myself and my process and what happened. I now have less drawdown. which means I have to take smaller trades now to build this back up because of the size of loss I took. I've got about $450 to $500 max loss limit now. So, smaller trades now, and that's just the way it has to be. I've got a week left in April. I'm going to try my best. I absolutely cannot be sitting on the charts when I'm in a trade. I have to take a trade and walk away. I have to be okay with the full losses, so risking appropriately. Setting alerts at structure levels so that I can manage. But sitting here and staring at PA is not working for me. I have to limit my market exposure both physically and mentally. So yeah, I hope somebody can see this and, feel okay about maybe struggling, because there's so many of us in this situation, and then we just got to keep persevering. And I gotta do this to stay accountable to my process and the honesty that I'm trying to portray in this process. So yeah, we'll get back at it refreshed and recharged on Monday. See you later.